It's always a honor for me to speak with musicians and artists who I love listening to. Sometimes you listen to an artist and then you get to meet them and you get a connection. And I think that's definitely what has happened between myself and my guest with Angie Talks. It's Debbie Sledge. Debbie, how are you?
Yeah, I'm great, and I'm so happy to see you. You're one of my heroes.
I'll take that. I'll take that. You are obviously a member of the singing family, Sister Sledge, and we love your music. We love what you do. But on this occasion, you're coming to the UK solo to do a jazz set with the Niels Van Doke Trio, aren't you?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. And I'm so excited about that. Niels, I've worked with him before. Uh, he's one of those geniuses that anything is possible, everything can happen. So he's actually, I've been on a TED talk where he just explained how you can improvise in life. You can improv, and that's exploring your creative self.
Yeah,
Um, so no matter what happens in your life, it's an opportunity for you to use your creative self and improvise there.
absolutely. Absolutely. Because
Makes
I
a
have
lot.
to assume being a sledge, people are just going to assume, oh, she'll be fine. The door will open. Everything will be fine. But you have to tap into that creative source, don't you?
Yes, you do, and that's an exciting thing. That's an exciting way to view life, to look at that.
Okay. Now, well, you're coming solo. Can I just put it out there straight? Why are you coming solo?
Oh, well, this is something that I always love to do. It's I do it on my spare time. I do it when I have the opportunity, and I really jumped at the opportunity the first time that I had the opportunity to work with Niels Landoki trio and his trio. It was a chance meeting. A friend of mine, I went to Denmark. Joni and I went to Denmark for a performance with Cool and the Gang. I think that was, and it was one of the first appearances in Denmark in a number of years. So it was an exciting thing for us. And we became friends with Jeannie. Jeannie Mortensen. She's a promoter in Denmark. She's the one who brought us out there, and she introduced me to Niels. And the first thing Niels said was, "Okay, let's do a show."
All right.
That's just like Niels. He spots new talent because I was a new jazz artist at the time. I had just
Mm.
put out a single, a CD that I produced myself because I wanted to do it so much. And if you know the story, my aunt Jerry is the one who she's like kicked my butt into you go do it. You keep talking about it, just go do it.
So do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm so glad she did because that started a jazz um, genre career that I started just on the side. I do
Yeah.
it because I love it.
Yeah.
And it
Was it
was
was it a challenge to step into the jazz field? Because being known as Sister Sledge and the artists that you worked with, look, let's just talk Nile Rodgers straight away. Was it a challenge then to step into the jazz arena?
well, the main challenge was just the myself, just making myself do something that I was new at, stepping in it because I'm such a fan of these awesome jazz artists, and they all have their own style. They are storytellers, and I learned a lot from that. I learned a lot because my mom was a jazz fan. She would have me listening to artists like Little Jimmy Scott and
Wow.
of course Sarah Vaughan and um, uh, I'm sorry, I know the name but my mind anyway.
And you
These
have just
artists,
come from Hawaii, so there's probably a
yeah,
bit of jet lag there. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
yeah. Anyway, she said, listen to this. She's telling a story. He's telling a story. Do you see? Look at that timing. And she had me really listening. And I'm like, I love this. This is great. So I realized that as an artist, when you are doing any song, you're telling your own story through that song. So that was something I was very, anxious to do, wanted to do. And it makes me happy.
Yeah.
I love music. I love jazz music. To me, those are the songs that tell stories. And they are the songs that I actually tell you who the artist is, because that artist is telling their story. So I love it.
What was it like being solo? Because I'm going to assume it would have been so easy to say to your sisters, let's do some jazz together, but you stepped out solo and are now adopting a different sound.
Well, I'd love for my sisters to do some jazz with me. That would be awesome. And we have tried a few things, but this is something that I said, I gotta try this, because I feel like my voice lends itself even more so to jazz. I found out different when I tried it. But I felt like you just have to put on a different voicing, because you're doing a lot of belting with dance music, you're doing a lot of timing, but with jazz, you can put your own timing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that pop music or soul music doesn't come from within, but I think jazz comes from a different place. It's still within, but it's a different place.
Yeah. Yeah. And as an artist, you're going to give what the song is calling for, and you're going to give yourself your interpretation of what that song is calling for.
Love it. Now, a question that I'm sure you've been asked many times before, I'm going to take the opportunity to ask, do you think that yourself and Kim will ever collaborate again with Kathy? Because I know here in the UK alone, we would love that, much less worldwide in the countries where Sister Sledge is known.
I believe it. I'm an optimist, so I believe that's the goal. Yeah. That is the goal. The rest of this stuff is just what we have to do to make us stronger to get to the goal.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it could happen. We could see you on stage all together at some point in the future.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it will happen. I'm going to put it out there. Yeah, it will happen.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so Debbie, the 27th of January at the Cumberland Hotel in the Hard Rock. It's a set that is 90 minutes. It's predominantly jazz with yourself, Niels, Nikolai, and also Tobias. Are you going to sing any Sister Sledge songs? Because people are going to want that.
That's a great question, because yes, the answer is yes. Yeah. Niels has actually made a rendition of We Are Family, a jazz rendition of We Are Family. And I loved it when he showed it to me. He's very, very humble about it. He said, well, I made this arrangement, and, would like for you to hear it. What do you think? And I loved it. So we've been performing that in our jazz concerts. And he just told me that there are some other Sister Sledge songs that he is working on. So I'm very interested in. I'm sure they're awesome, because he's a wonderful arranger, and he's a wonderful musician. He can do anything.
And we are looking forward to this. How is your daughter Camille?
She is awesome. She sends her greetings to you. She's another one of your fans.
I love that.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the 27th of January at the Cumberland Hotel. Debbie, it's been a pleasure. Let's save some more conversation for when we're actually together, sitting side by side in the flesh.
Yes, I look forward to that.
And so
it's been too long.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got to meet more regularly.
Yes, yes.
Debbie Sledge, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. Continued success.